My dear friends, good afternoon or kalispera. Again, there was a long time since I last recorded a video in English. It's because there are not many people actually from Western European countries, nor the US, coming to Halkidiki in general, and especially not here in this area of Kassandra. This is more, I wouldn't say it's reserved, but it's essentially mostly, tourist-wise, it's mostly populated by the surrounding countries, Bulgaria, Northern Macedonia, Serbia, but also some Central European countries such as Hungary, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Poland, and as well as Romania, Moldova, etc. Ukraine as well. So from that reason I was mostly recording videos in Serbian. I don't speak the other languages that I mentioned, but they are relatively similar. All of them are Slavic languages with the exception of Romanian and Hungarian. We're driving the hills surrounding the capital of this peninsula, which is called Kassandra. The whole peninsula is called Kassandra, and the village that is the capital of the peninsula, it's located very centrally, at the very center essentially of the peninsula. It's called Kassandra, and where we are actually heading to is the village called Kassandrino, but now, as you can see, Kassandrino. The road signs in Greece are not perfect, let's say. But I saw at the end the small sign pointing at Kassandrino, which is the picture. I've been told it's a picturesque village here in the hills, and we are about probably to enter it soon. Here there are a lot of bees, farming, beehives. We've seen a lot of beehives. Probably, logically, production of honey seems to be one of the important agricultural activities. Again, I see a lot of them to the left, but also there are a lot of signs of politai, meaning that the plots of land are for sale. Maybe even houses, but now we see some sheep to our right, goats actually. Interestingly, these Greek goats are not, standardized. They are, all of them are different color. Almost all of them are quite a different color, etc. So this is not the type of farming present in the West, where everything is standardized, and they are probably these are the so-called autochtonic types of goats, so they are not, so to say, genetically modified, but they are as they are originally. Again, this nice house is also for sale. It's quite nice. Okay, on the other hand, it's pretty much in the middle of nowhere. Zahos Taverna, Kassandrino, okay. Oh, there is a small football court. Alright. I'm here for, especially in this, I've been coming to this region for the last 7 years, every year, but I've never been actually here to these hills because I visited all the places at the coast. Taverna is to the right. So I guess the Kassandrino is also to the right. Yes, it is. Or? No, only the Taverna is there. Now I see that the navigation in my car is pointing. But never mind. Let's go to see how is the Taverna like, and we'll return to the village. So there is a river bed practically here. Oh, interesting. I didn't see much of water, river waters here in the area. But this one is pretty well regulated. Okay, I guess this is the village. Okay, it's obviously an old village. All the houses are pretty old. Quite an authentic Greek village. This is probably the bus station in the middle of the village. Okay. We will go a bit further and then we'll make a turn. There is a mini hydropower plant, I guess, or something like that. No, or it's only a bridge. Okay, this is the graveyard. Probably there is no need to go further. We see some interesting house there. So the graveyard is so small. Obviously the village is also very, very small. This is definitely pretty much an authentic, old-fashioned Greek house. Village type, let's say. I'm not an expert, but this is what I can tell from coming to Greece for the last who knows how many years. But let's take a look at the village. Okay, I've seen much nicer villages, definitely. This one is pretty old. You see the tractors are also quite oldish. Okay, prior to the development of tourism, people here were mostly engaged in